My current job, I'm still a student. I just finished my degree, and right now I work as a teacher. I am a biology teacher, but in terms of career-wise, I'm looking towards becoming a science journalist. So I'm studying a Bachelor of Advanced Science, and my major is neuroscience, but I'm looking at becoming a journalist and communicating science to the general public. Where am I studying from? I am studying from the University of New South Wales, so UNSW. Yeah, it's good. It's good fun. I think I enjoy my university experience a lot because I do the subjects in terms of my electives that I enjoy. So I'm passionate about education, so I make sure I do education electives. I do a lot of on-campus activities like radio and TV presenting, and I'm still doing a lot of motivational speeches at school. So I sort of get to touch on all my passions at university, so it's quite nice that way. How I saw myself, fat and ugly. Those are two key things, I think. No, it was as a student, you preface. Yeah, I was. I worked hard. I made sure I picked the subjects that I enjoyed, and I worked hard on them. So I was a hard worker, but I also did a lot of. I was involved in this prefect body in Year 12. So I did a lot of presenting on stage, and that sort of set the stage for university life. Mr. Werner always taught me, don't do drugs, and Miss Haititas always told me to do them. So it was conflicting messages, but I'm yet to try, so I think Mr. Werner is a bit stronger there. Yeah. Favorite memory? Favorite memory has to be Mr. Dando was the deputy principal before the current principal, deputy principal is there. And he, on his day that he was leaving, I got up and I did a speech about his retirement, and I talked about how he taught PDHPE, and he actually taught my sex ed class. So there were a lot of good stories there that I got to touch on. So that was a good memory. But generally, any time I was up on stage and I was able to present and talk and do a speech, those are some of the best memories I have. Stressful memory, that's a good question. You see, there wasn't a lot of stress. I mean, of course, there was the HSC, but I had such a good year group that I was so close to that stress was sort of always balanced out by having a good family and friends that were there. So it was nothing too stressful. That's a good question. I love teaching. I love teaching to everything. It was sort of something that I saw the presentation art form in teaching and education, and I love that. So potentially teaching, but realistically, I understand now, looking back in high school, that the reason why people find it so difficult to find a career path is they don't know what careers are available. You only know that through actually entering certain industries. So by pursuing your skills and talents and your passions, that's sort of how you can figure out what you like. The most important lesson that I didn't learn at SUNY Tech, it was probably that there's life after HSC, and that life is what you make it, in terms of how productive you are and how much you put into your passion and your skills and your talents. That's the outcome that will happen. It's not your 8-hour, it's your passions and your work ethic. And I think that's probably the most important lesson that you learn off the books by the teachers, but it's a good lesson.